can get the link from Jacinta and then post it.
Yes, ma'am. As soon as she sends it, I'll get it posted.
I sent it over to you, Tracy.
Okay, just waiting on it to come through. Okay, I have it posted. Let me go verify that it's working. Okay, you good to go?
Okay, perfect. So I think we can go ahead and get started with the meeting. I believe the members present are myself, Varsha, and then Dr. Craven. So Ms. Wilton said that we should have a quorum for that. Do I need to announce the link that it can be live viewed?
No, it's posted on the website.
Okay, perfect. So we will move on from there. Do we? So I identified the members, and then so I think the first thing, if we just want to jump directly into this, or do we want, are there other things that need to be discussed before we move on into the first order of business, Ms. Wilton?
I think there are not any other things. You just might announce that should anyone have any public comment during the meeting, they can be emailed to publiccomment@lsbme.la.gov.
Perfect. Thank you for saying that.
Of course.
So the first thing on the agenda for the public session is a letter from a physician assistant about supervision. Does someone on y'all staff want to go over that, or we just?
So, the person that wrote in the letter was asking, she called it clarification. It also appears that she would like the rule to be interpreted in a certain way, or if not, for the rule to be changed. And as you all know, we are in the process of finalizing the promulgation of the rules that you all agreed to and that were subsequently worked on additionally and presented to the board. And so the particular rule that she is referring to, 4511.5A, I think it is, it reads in plain language the way it reads. And so we wouldn't be able to do more than tell her if she's not understanding what the plain language of the rules mean, then, she works apparently for an organization that has locations around the state, and we would have to refer her to her own company's attorney if they need that rule interpreted. But the further reason is that if you all recall, as it presently stands now, Section 4511 is due to be deleted in its entirety based on the vote that was had in your committee to recommend that to the board, and the board approved that. And also the definition of supervision is going to be changed if our rules are accepted. That should ultimately address her concern, but we're in a state of flux at the moment, in a state of limbo, that we can't really, A, we can't give her legal advice at all, and B, other than to tell her the existing rule says what it says, but those rules may change in the next 30, 90, 180 days. Stay tuned. That's really the only response we can give her at this time. But we wanted you to be aware of it and agree, if you will, with us that that's the situation we're in. We really don't have anything to tell her more than that at this time.
Okay. I think my only thought process as I read this was that when we'd gone over the rules, however long ago that was, we had discussed that this was going to be deleted, but as that is still ongoing. She's going to have to just, again, follow the attorney advice of her company, but know that things may be changing. And I think that's a really great way for us to communicate that.
Okay. Well, if you want to just generally give us that instruction, if Dr. Craven and Ms.
Marcia.
Varsha don't have any objection to that, that's the response that we'll give. And just tell her to stay tuned.
Yes. Dr. Craven or Varsha, do you all agree with that statement?
Yes, I agree. And have
I'm
no
good.
objections.
Perfect.
Excellent. That's what we'll do.
Okay. So I have a question kind of following up with that. Is there a timeline for when, because if, we voted on that and you're saying that the Board of Medical Examiners also agreed with that, is there a timeline that will go through? Do you?
So we are in the process of, I take 100% full responsibility. There was not a 100% complete meeting of the minds between LAPA and the other stakeholders and the rules that the board adopted. And so I was trying to massage them, trying to get them a little closer so that there wouldn't be a big objection to them at the time. I bridged that gap as best I could, but I freely admit that they got put on the back burner a little bit. As you may know, there was a Senate resolution that says, please, will you all go ahead and just promulgate the rules that you said you were going to? So that is in the process of being done right now. We hope to get that submitted next month. At some point this month, so that the notice of intent would come out in the register next month. And then the ensuing hearings or whatever else oversight would occur after that. It's anywhere from a 3 to 6 month timeline to be implemented, depending on what kind of additional oversight needs to take place based on requests and comments received from the public. So, but that's the timeline that we're generally working on.
Okay. Okay. So it's in the works. Perfect.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So I think that takes care of the only thing we have for the public session. I think after that, we need to move into an executive session to discuss a case. And I believe we need a vote to move into an executive session. Is that correct? Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's move into executive session. Move.
Dr. Craven votes for it.
Second.
Varsha seconds, and I am in favor. So that's all three of us. So we should be able to move into executive session.
All right, let Melissa get the room ready, and you'll see a little blue button that says join the breakout room or something to that effect, and then we'll meet you there.
Is everyone back into public session?
Yes, ma'am.
So during our executive session, I'm going to make the motion that we voted that the potential applicant whose case we discussed would not be eligible for licensure without a further evaluation. Can I get a second on that?
A second.
Varsha, do you agree?
I second, yes.
Okay, perfect. So that is all of us. And are there any other orders of business that need to be discussed?
No, ma'am, there are not.
I would
Yeah.
like to, I have one point I want to say. Last year, at the end of the year, we went ahead and made the dates for the next year. And I think we should do that again this year because I think it's, if we have the date, and I realize that there's only 3 of us on the meeting, but that's okay. So I think I will end up getting with whoever it is I need to talk to towards the end of the year, and we'll plan the dates for the following year. Is that okay with you all?
We would love if you do that. Thank you. That would be
Okay.
very much appreciated.
Does that work, Dr. Craven? I know your schedule and Varsha, you guys are super busy.
I will always do my best to attend.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
perfect.
that
Okay,
works. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
awesome. Okay. Are there any, if there's no other orders of business, then I think we need a motion to adjourn unless there's something else y'all need to talk about.
We haven't received any public comments, by the way.
Perfect. Okay. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Second.
And I agree.
Thank you all for your.
Thank
Right.
you.
Thanks
Bye
very
bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.